welcome to another episode of the Tip Balls Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Randazzo. I'm here with my two pretty grumpy co-hosts. To my right, it is the one, the only, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
It's perfect. To my left, it's none other than our very own Mr. Zolo, Mike Palazzolo.
Yeah. Start Waddle or Josh Jacobs this weekend. I'm probably starting Josh Jacobs.
I'm starting Josh Jacobs. Waddle or Josh Jacobs? Who are you starting?
I don't fucking care.
Behind the computer, gravitating in his own goo, it's Bruce the Tugboat Venditti.
Hello.
Useless.
Audio's a little delayed, Bruce, according to Cam on TikTok. I don't know what the deal is there.
Bruce, what did you do?
Audio's a little delayed.
What did you do?
I'm not quite sure.
Anyways, it's Friday. You know what that means. It's time for the fucking
But I'll
picks.
figure it out.
Time for the picks.
Hold on. I think we should talk about last night. I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
should talk about J-Mo's suspension. I think we should couple a minute or two on DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs.
I agree.
Or we can do DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs when we pick the Chiefs game. How about that?
No, let's get it out of the way now. Let's do it. We'll
All right.
we'll get in all of it. First, before we get to that, Uncle Sam, how's your week?
I don't.
It's Friday.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It's Friday. Come on.
I hate everyone and I hate life. Move on.
Zolo, how's your week?
Busy. I'm happy it's over.
Bruce, how's your week?
It's all right.
Bruce is having a good week, isn't he?
Hate this motherfucker.
Bruce, are you having a good week?
It's all right.
Oh, great. Nice response.
I'm currently trying to figure out the audio problem.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm
Good.
being very quite
Anyways.
vague.
I saw this guy
Enjoy
on
this week.
TikTok.
Next week's going to be fucking hell week for you.
You're gonna have him running. You're gonna have
Not like
2 a days.
Not like every
running
day
fucking
is all
suicides.
week
You'll
for
see.
me.
Here, listen to this TikTok.
You'll
real
see,
quick.
motherfucker.
Pressure do you think Caitlin Clark's boyfriend has?
Oh, wait, hold on. I got to mute
Oh
us.
Jesus! Sam,
I got to
we
mute us. Hold on.
We got us. We got you. We got everything
on,
going
this
on
is-
right now.
This is extremely good to me. I commented on it. I go, I'm fairly certain this is the best TikTok of all time. Listen. Listen.
How much pressure do you think Caitlin Clark's boyfriend has every time he pulls out? Because one extra pump and he could ruin the WNBA for a whole season. He needs to get a vasectomy because if I place a future bet for her to win MVP and she's out 2 months into the season because of one nut, I will riot.
So she's dating and will end up marrying Ed McCaffrey, or what? Fran McCaffrey, Iowa's men's basketball coach. His 2 kids play for the team. She's dating Connor McCaffrey. And he literally, like, if he doesn't pull out, he could fuck up the entire WNBA because nobody watches
There's
it.
nothing left of the NBA.
If without
Is the
Caitlin Clark.
WNBA finals going on
It's
right
done. As soon as the Fever, as soon as Caitlin Clark got knocked out, they had record ratings. As soon as they got knocked out, it went to shit. And it was a good final. But this guy, with his dick, could ruin an entire sports league. It's that good.
now? The weight of the world's on his scrotum. The weight of the world's on his scrotum.
Oh, I loved that. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sidetrack.
Let's throw down some news here before we start. The Dolphins have announced that Tua Tagovailoa is starting Week 8 against Arizona. So Tua is officially back. Thank God. We don't have to watch any more awful football.
Oh, Mike's in the chat.
Hopefully, awful football from Miami. That would be nice. Leon in the chat telling me that I look rough today. Do I look rough today? What? Just 'cause I don't have a hat on?
Oh, you know, I can see where he's coming from. Your hair looks good, but like disheveled.
Am I a little caveman like today?
Who's Mike? Do we know who that is, Bruce?
Our old editor.
Oh,
tell him what's
Mike
up.
Mullins.
Fred
Shout out to
Mike.
Mike Mullins in the chat. There he is, reporting today.
It's Officer Mullins now, right?
No, he works at Ray Latham actually.
Okay, where do we want to start?
I like Mullins. I like him better than Bruce. Mullins, come back.
Bruce, put up a poll. Mullins or Bruce? Put up a poll in the
It's real
YouTube.
easy.
yeah,
Mullins.
I think that's a no-brainer.
It's real easy. It's Mullins.
Do we want to start with Jameson? You want to start with Thursday night? Where do you want to? Why don't you pick? Where do you want to start?
I don't really care.
All right, let's start with J-Mo then. So Jameson Williams was suspended, 2 games
Yes.
for
PEDs.
was it PEDs? Was it a
PEDs,
ban?
dude.
Something on the banned
He
substance.
tested
It's a
positive for a
fucking
banned
substance.
substance. We don't know what it is. The working theory right now and why there's so much
Viagra,
confusion
right?
No, the working theory is that he's you have to report your certain prescriptions to the league, and the theory is he was getting a prescription and pivoted to a generic version of that prescription, and it triggered and he didn't report it to the league, and it triggered the positive drug test. And there's no justification, there's no getting out of it or anything like that.
He came out with a statement essentially saying he didn't want to talk about this anymore because he didn't want to add any more noise to the team. And I don't think he appealed, correct?
He was going to
Can't
and
appeal
didn't
it.
Appeal. He was
Can't fucking appeal it. You appeal it, you're going to fucking lose anyway, dude. It is what it is. He should have fucking known better. He should have reported it. Stop, dude. He's a grown fucking man. Own up to your fucking bullshit. You're like Bruce. You're made of excuses.
Pitts or Kelsey?
This weekend, I'd probably
Made of fucking excuses.
Kelsey.
I think I'd take Kelsey this weekend too.
Kelsey. He's more
Kelsey
of a sure.
against the
He's always
Raiders,
more of a
yeah.
sure thing.
On the same, sticking with the Jameson Williams topic, there's a lot of people who are extremely upset because you have guys like Rashee Rice still on the field, Jordan Addison still on the
Yep.
field, who
It's the
have
NFL,
pending
dude.
criminal
Get used to
charges.
it. Get used to it. It's the NFL.
But
the
that's
NFL. Get
but
used
that's
to
no
it.
reason to go hard on JMO though.
It doesn't
because
matter. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. They pick and choose what they want to do. It's the NFL. They make up the rules as they go.
I agree, and I think that's a perfect segue into last night.
That is a perfect segue into last night. The Rams hosted the Vikings, and the Lions' curse continued as the Vikings fall 30-20 to Minnesota. Not Minnesota's best outing, I will say. Rams benefited greatly from the fact that Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua were both active. Couple things that I wanted to ask before we get into the obvious here. Are the Rams back?
They're back in the sense that I think they can win the division. I don't think they're going to need some teams to collapse, and they need to go on their second straight generational run like they did last year to get a wild card berth. They're hoping for a lot for a wild card berth, but they're clearly in the division race.
As
They're
they start to
100%.
get healthy, they're going to become dangerous. And they're starting to get healthy now. They got their fucking receivers back. Once some of these offensive linemen start to trickle back in to protect Stafford, they're going to be a dangerous team to deal with.
Cooper Kupp had 51 yards and a touchdown. Puka Nacua had 106 yards last night, both in their first games back. I think the Rams might be back just because the division's so up in the
Yes,
air.
exactly. Exactly.
I thought you called them off last week.
I did not call the Rams off.
No?
I might have, but in the division race, they're alive. I don't think they can get a wild card spot because look at the teams they've lost to in the wild card. They've lost to all of them.
That is true.
But like they've lost to the Bears, they've lost to the Vikings, and I think they lost to the Packers too, didn't they?
Correct. The Rams in Arizona are only a game back from Seattle.
Exactly. I think the Rams could win the division. I don't think they could get a wild card spot. I can envision a scenario where they 9-8, maybe 10-7, and they win the West.
Are we starting to see the real Vikings?
No, they played a good game last night. I thought they played a really good game last night.
What did you
I
think?
did too. I actually think they kind of got hosed on that safety deal.
They didn't kind of get hosed. They got hosed.
They got fucking. I don't know how you missed that. I don't know how you fucking miss it. All the fucking cameras are on the quarterback. How the fuck do you miss
Did you
that?
see the angle of the refs where his head was?
I don't know how.
Let me ask you guys a question. Did either of you see the pool report from after the game?
No.
No. Okay. Here, I'll Google what he said, but
One other piece of news from this game. Standout offensive lineman Christian Darrisaw out for the year. Blew apart his knee. This game got a lot of noise for the safety. And I agree. It was when you go back and look at it, it was completely Bush League. But at the same time, this Vikings team was 5-1 going into this game. And yes, the Rams did get two massive pieces back. But if the Vikings were really that good, should they have been in that position to be able to lose this game on an awful no call? That's what I'm struggling with. Yes, obviously.
I'm not saying that cost them the game, but that cost them a lot of time to get into position to tie it. At least tie it and have a chance to win it. That play was awful. I don't know how you miss something like that.
It was a Byron Young face mask on Sam
Correct.
Darnold on a sack safety in the end zone with two referees in spitting distance of the play, and somehow it went completely unnoticed or ignored by the referees.
And it's not only that, it's reviewed also. I understand you can't overturn a call that's not called. Can't overturn a penalty that's not fucking called, but at what point you got all this technology and you're unable to use it? So that's kind of fucked up.
They're supposedly, so number one, you're correct. Supposedly they're going to go back to being able to review penalties like that, which they should, like that should be done now. You should be able to
Yeah, but
review
the
that
problem
right
was
now.
there wasn't a penalty thrown. That should have been thrown.
Yeah, but a coach should say, you need to look at that, because aren't they doing this thing this year where they're reviewing plays on the fly? They're confirming
I
calls
thought
on the
that's what
fly.
they were doing.
So the thing that got brought up today that I thought was extremely odd is every scoring play is supposed to be reviewed by New York. Every scoring play. A safety is a scoring
Correct.
play. It's a 2-point play.
They can't confirm or deny penalties though. A penalty can only be called when an
Correct.
official sees it. So that's why I pulled the pool report up, and he said the quarterback was facing the opposite direction from me, so I did not have a good look at it. Blake said, I did not have a good look at it. I did not see the face mask being pulled, obviously. The umpire had players between him and the quarterback, so I did not get a good look at it. Can I ask you guys a really simple question?
How come the referee's not allowed to look on the review and then throw the flag?
Well, that.
I'm just asking that.
See,
Agreed. I think it's
You're
going
the
to go
ref.
there.
You're looking at it.
The problem is with that, if you start to do that, I feel like they're going to end up calling. You're going to have a flag on every. Like there's going to be a hold on
But
every.
this is
play.
an obvious one.
This one is
This
blatant.
I think lack of PIs or blatant PIs, and then ones like this, like a face mask. You
and I don't
know,
know how they'd write that up, but Byron Young knew he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw him as soon as he made the tackle, he put his hands up like, "Oh my god, I fucking snagged the face mask."
yeah. He had a funny tweet,
knew-
by the way. Did you see his tweet?
I did not. I'm gonna go.
He had a
look it up.
tweet, and they said Byron Young knew instantly that he face masked up, and then he goes, "Nah, I didn't think it was a face mask. It was just so loud in there. I was covering my ears." It was really, really
He
funny.
knew. He knew the second it happened, it was a fake.
That's not my question, though. Here's my question to you guys, and it goes back to what happened to the Lions in Dallas last year. Why can't they just say we made a mistake and missed the call? In every single correspondence you have with these officials, at no
They're
point,
never wrong.
at no
They're
point,
never wrong.
They never say we messed up, our bad. It
No,
never
they did.
happens.
I thought they did that last year.
no.
They never fessed up to it?
Nope.
No?
Nope. They said there
whatever.
was this
Whatever, it's the
intent to
NFL.
deceive because they were rubbing their bellies and stuff like that last year.
You know, how you going to get
it's
the games to go in the direction they're supposed to go?
It's pretty bad. I wish we get Mike Pereira in here on that one because there's photos online of the ref like staring
Staring at it.
at Sam Darnold's face, and his face is being yanked like that. It was an awful call.
Is what it is.
Aside from that, as Lions fans, do we feel a little bit better today that we jumped that half?
Yeah,
on
of
Minnesota?
course, of course. I was never crazy worried about Minnesota, but that doesn't mean they're not a good team. They're a very good team. They're going to get Hawkinson back. Darisaw is a big loss, of course, but Minnesota will be right there until they're not, especially because their schedule's easy. But perfect timing to talk about the hangover. Can I give you guys some stats on the hangover?
I would love to hear some stats
I
on the
will.
hangover.
So obviously, every team is 0-5 this year, and then if you want to include Dallas, had a bye. But if Dallas loses to San Francisco, you could throw them in there as 0-6. But every team is 0-5 in here. But there's more to it than that. There's things that people aren't talking about. The hangover goes back to last year because the last 5 teams they played at the end of the year last year were 1-4 after playing the Lions. So the last 10 regular season opponents, and if you want to take it a step further, the 49ers lost the Super Bowl after playing the Lions. If you want to take it a step further, the last 10 regular
The
season
49ers
opponents.
lost the Super Bowl because of Pat Mahomes.
If you want to take it a step further, the last 10 Lions regular season's opponents are 1-9 the week following playing the Lions. Number one. Number two, all 10 of those teams, basically all 9 of those losses, were favored in the game that they lost the next week. Favored in the game that they lost and still lost. This is the biting the kneecaps team. This is what Dan Campbell was talking about in the opening press conference. We're going to kick your ass. Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek, whatever it is, whatever the hell he said. Like this is the team. This
In 3 toes.
one ass cheek and 3 toes. Like we're gonna beat your ass. This is the black and blue division team that he wanted to build. That's kicking your ass in the trenches to the point where it takes you 2 weeks to recover after playing the Lions. So if you lose, if in a hypothetical, the Lions play Green Bay next week, right? And going forward, if you lose to the Lions and you're in the division race, that's 2 losses. Because if you play a team the next week, if this holds up the way it is, you go. If you lose to the Lions, then you're going to lose the next week. You lose ground instantly after playing the
God,
Lions.
does that mean Tennessee's going to lose another one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, who pissed in your Cheerios over there? You don't agree with the stat at this point? It's literally proven.
I just think it's
It's-
fucking useless.
It's not a coincidence
I just
because
think
no
it's
team in NFL history has done this
useless
before.
mumbo jumbo.
No team in NFL history has done this before, though.
Okay.
Chiefs are 6-0 this year. There's teams that won the next week after playing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That is true. Even Tampa.
Even Tampa.
Even Tampa. Yeah, well, you want to know what the true test will be?
Please tell me.
You know who Tennessee plays next week?
The Patriots?
Yeah. Yeah. That one might break the curse. That one might break the curse.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. And then we can make the excuse that they traded away all their team, too, in case
Exactly.
that happens.
Leon in the chat wants to know what you're doodling.
None of his business. None of your fucking business. How about that?
Okay. The big piece of trade news so far this week was DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs. How do we feel about, 1, how do we feel about the fit? 2, how do we feel about the trade? And I want to know the impact. I want to know the impact that DeAndre Hopkins makes being on the Chiefs. Because realistically, he hasn't done anything this year so far. And he wasn't, I don't think, all that impactful last year. Granted, he's on a dog shit team with a dog shit quarterback. Uncle Sam, do you think Hopkins instantly does something for the Chiefs?
Yeah. They don't have anybody there to catch passes. Absolutely.
Do we think it's going to hurt fantasy-wise anybody else? I don't think Smith-Schuster's playing this week still, correct?
He's out.
What is this? Pat Mahomes, for the first time since Tyreek Hill being there, has a true, I think, bona fide number one, unless you want to count Rashee Rice for the moment that he's played. But do we think DeAndre Hopkins has potential to finish the year now as a top 15 guy?
I don't know about top 15, but I love the fit. I don't know about top 15 because the Chiefs historically have always just thrown the ball around. So I don't envision that scenario where he's some world beater because someone beats you. It's just the way they game plan. Like they're very good at game planning. Someone different beats you every week, right? That being said, I do love the fit. I love this fit. The only fit I like better is I still prefer Amari Cooper to
Buffalo.
Yeah, Amari Cooper to
Yeah,
Buffalo. And then I think this is better than Devontae Adams because this is a good guy. It's a great compliment. It's a great compliment to Worthy if he pans out. This is DeAndre Hopkins. When I think of DeAndre Hopkins, it's the guy Calvin Johnson. It's not as good, but you throw the ball up and it's fuck it. He might be open down there, right?
Right.
So I kind of love it. I want to see how it plays out. I think it's going to be different in different weeks. It was like trying to pick their running back situation, like who's going to be the guy. I think it's going to be similar to that. But on paper, I love it, and I'm curious to see how it pans out for certain.
100%. I think it's a great fit. I think it's a fantastic fit. Do we have any questions on TikTok?
Yeah, we do. Tons.
Let's hit them.
What are 2 good locks for this week?
You got to stick around for like another 10 minutes, and then we're going to give you every single lock there is.
Juwan Jennings ruled out. Ricky Pearsall double digits. I don't know about double digits, but if you have Ricky Pearsall, it sounds like both Kittle and Debo are going to play.
Yeah.
But if you have Ricky Pearsall, I'm playing him because he's the healthiest of the guys.
Agreed.
No conditioning issues. He's just got a hole in his chest, so I like him. Jamar for CD and Bijan. Jamar Chase for CD and Bijan. Yeah, I would actually do that.
Yeah, I would take CD and Bijan over Jamar.
I would certainly do that. Uncle Sam, what do you think about that? Jamar Chase for CD Lamb and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Someone said, whose house? Ram's house?
Not there yet.
James Conner, Alvin Kamara. Sell high on Connor, buy low on Kamara.
Agreed.
There's where we're at.
Henry, Sam Laporte.
You got Carr back this week, so
Got Carr back. That's helpful. He's just good. Alvin Kamara is just good and consistent. T. Higgins or Brian Robinson Jr.? Honestly, for me, T. Higgins.
I think I would play Higgins this week too. I like the matchup better.
It sounds like we'll get to it, but it sounds like there's a very small chance that Jaden Daniels plays. Very small chance. I'm curious what that does to Brian Robinson's stock because I
don't
know.
love Brian Robinson against the Bears. Either
Neither do I.
I'll
Neither
tell
do
you
I.
what, if Daniels ain't playing, go in on Robinson. They're going to run the football.
I agree with that. And same with Eckler for that
Yeah.
matter.
They're going to run the football. It's your boy Marcus Mariota. See what you can do.
Trade Monty and Swift for Achane and Waddle. I wouldn't want to. I don't care about the
I
Dolphins.
would not
I
want the
two-
Miami stack.
Yeah, I would not want two Dolphins
No.
at all. And honestly, I think Swift's going to have a big role going forward for
So do I.
Chicago. And
I-
obviously, David Montgomery's great. Goes
Hold
without saying.
Monty and Swift unless you're desperate for a receiver.
Boogeyman Cam. Yeah, what's going on, Cam? Yeah, the Stafford rumors were. No one legitimate reported the Stafford rumors. It was one guy who faked everyone out. So I highly doubt Stafford's going anywhere.
I don't think anybody from the Rams is getting traded.
Not anymore.
No.
But the Stafford thing was always fake. Like I was never. Cooper Kupp seems real because
Oh.
real people were reporting that.
We have a huge piece of quarterback news. The Dolphins placed Snoop Doogity-Doo on injured reserve.
R.I.P.
Anything else, or should we get into
Justice Hill, keep or drop. It's going to get really interesting in Baltimore's backfield when Keaton Mitchell gets back, which is now.
I'm holding him. I'm fucking holding
Yeah,
him.
I'm probably holding him. You might need him.
Without question.
You might need to stash him at some point. Thoughts on Devontae Smith rest of the season? I think the Eagles have a shot to win that division, so I wouldn't hold out on any Eagles, and especially the pass catchers. Like, if there's two guys you would want on the Eagles, or three, of course, Saquon, but it'd be Smith and A.J. Brown. Thoughts on DJ Moore of over 56 receiving yards this week? Who the Bears playing?
I'm taking over on that.
Stay
all
tuned to our
day.
picks.
Stay
tuned to our picks.
Washington.
Oh, bad
secondary's
secondary, yeah.
awful. I'm all in on DJ Moore this week. You got to my picks before I got to him.
Hunter Henry or Sam Laporta?
God.
Hunter Henry's been popping off.
Yeah, but
What else do they got?
you got Hunter Henry against the Jets and Laporta against the Titans. I think the J-Mo thing, I'm going to go Laporta. I think Laporta has a nice week this week.
Thoughts on Kyle Pitts this week? I like all. They're playing Tampa.
Yes, I like everybody.
I like all Atlantic pass rushers or pass
100%.
catchers this week.
100%.
Drop Juju for Justice Hill. I mean, yeah, Juju's not doing you any good right now. So, okay, I'm ready to pick some games.
You want to pick some games? Let's pick some games. Let's start off in South Beach. The Arizona Cardinals are heading to Miami to play the Dolphins. Miami stocked up and ready to rumble with Tua Tagovailoa, 4.5-point favorites. Over under 46.5. Uncle Sam, you want to start?
I'm going to take the over in the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, anytime touchdown.
Give me Miami. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. If they can't do it this week, they're done. I think the season's officially over if they can't beat Arizona this week. They got to. Tua needs to have a nice game. Everybody on Miami needs to have a nice game. I'm going to take the over in this game as well, too. I don't think there's going to be a ton of defense scored. Couple props that I love. Give me Tariq to actually play football over 82.5 yards. He did have a foot injury he picked up in practice yesterday, so monitor that because if it gets closer to game time and he's trying to work on it before the game, then I would get rid of it. And I like Devon Achane anytime touchdown. This whole Miami offense has been so stagnant for a month and a half now. They really need to try and pop off. And if they don't, the season's done.
I think Uncle Sam's onto something with the Cardinals pick. I do think the Cardinals are probably seeing a lease on life with the Niners losing and then the Rams winning, so they know that they can compete in the division. That being said, I'm kind of with you in the sense that everything has to go right this week for Miami or things are really bad. Give me the Cardinals that cover them 4.5. I'll take Miami to win outright if you want to do that. I also like the over. I'm going to go James Conner anytime because I think that in order to – I'm looking back at what James Cook did to them a month ago or whenever that was when Tua went out. One of the ways to beat them is to pound the football. So give me James Conner every time. And give me Jonnu Smith over receptions. I think that's a good dump-off guy for Tua when he bails out. Jonnu Smith's receptions are 2.5. I think he hits 3 receptions easily.
Jonnu Smith hit 8. Had great games without Tua.
He did.
Jonnu Smith put up a 20 last week, a 9 the week before. I don't mind that bet one bit. Not at all. Bruce?
I'm going with Arizona and the over, and I second that James Conner anytime.
You're co-signing?
Yeah, you could throw Achane in there too.
Ooh, you're going to stack the running backs.
Yeah.
Love it.
A double cosign?
Double cosign. Next up, we have a...
Divisional game.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. The New York Jets are heading to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to play the Patriots. The Jets are a touchdown favorite in this game. The over-under is 41.5. Drake May versus Aaron Rodgers. Uncle Sam.
Taking the Jets in the over. And a Braylon Allen anytime touchdown.
Wow. Braylon Allen coming back from the dead this week. I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to take New England to cover this game and the Jets to win. There's a part of me that wants to take New England to win, but I just don't think they've got enough yet. But I'm taking New England to cover the 7, the Jets to win. I'm going to take the under on the 41.5. Touchdown scoring props. Give me a Ramondre Stevenson anytime. And I like Drake May over 205.5 yards.
I'm with Uncle Sam. I think that after everything the Jets have been through, I think they really need a convincing win. Give me the Jets to win. Give me the Jets to cover. I'm going to go with the under very reluctantly. That's a tough one. I'm going to go with the under, but I think it's going to be slow going for both of these teams for a little bit. Might be rain in the forecast as well. My anytime is going to be Devontae Adams. He's going to break in Devontae Adams in this one. At some point, he's going to catch a good matchup that won't be Christian Gonzalez. Give me Devontae Adams anytime, and give me Drake May under his passing prop, which is... Hold on, let me get the updated number for you because it changed when I got this earlier.
Me and him are going head-to-head here.
I'm going to go...
205.5.
Yeah, under 205.5.
I took the over 205.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go under that one.
Bruce?
I'm going to go with New England and the over. Hopping on the Drake May.
New England?
Yeah.
It's us versus them, Uncle Sam.
Wow. I got just to have a New England cover. I still think
Yeah,
the Jets are gonna win.
I mean, I want the Jets to win, but I think
I don't want the Jets to win. I don't want
the
anything good
Jets
to happen.
win,
for the
and I
Jets.
will say Devontae Adams is going to score a touchdown.
I want Aaron Rodgers to blow out another.
You know what? Give me an Aaron Rodgers rushing touchdown.
That hasn't happened in like 12 years. Next up, Philadelphia is heading to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Cincinnati, 2.5-point favorite in this game. The over-under is 47.5. Uncle Sam.
Taking the Eagles in the over. Saquon anytime.
I like that.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati money line. I don't even like the 2.5. I think this could be a 1-point game. I'm going over. Philadelphia put up some points last week. Granted, it wasn't against the best defense, but I think Cincinnati pulls this one out, and I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a tough game. Give me a Chase Brown anytime touchdown. I think that they're going to get right up there, and he's going to be able to get one. As far as other props go, give me Saquon over the 75.5, and I'm going to couple that with Jamar Chase over the 75.5. Both 75.5s, and I'm taking over on both of them. I think you're going to have quite a bit of offense.
On paper, this might be one of the best games of the weekend.
I agree.
This is a good game. I am going to go... Damn, who'd you guys take?
He
I'm just
took
curious.
Philly. I took the Bengals. This is a
Oh,
true
man.
test. This is a true test for
Man.
Philly's defense because we've been wishy-washy. This is the true test.
Oh, man. This is tough. I'm going to say Cincinnati because they're at home. and because Joe Burrow has had this knack of picking apart defenses, especially ones with porous secondaries like this one, I think Burrow's going to eat. So we'll start there with the props. 257.5 over for passing yards. Take it. And then I like every pass catcher in this one to catch a touchdown. You can go any which way. The ones I'll endorse right now, I think A.J. Brown pops off against a Bengals secondary that's also somewhat depleted. They're missing what's his face, Daxton Hill. So I like A.J. Brown anytime. You could throw in Jamar Chase anytime, T. Higgins anytime. I like both those. I think Joe Burrow eats in this game. And honestly, Jalen Hurts might eat as well, but Joe Burrow in particular.
Everyone eats in this game, I think.
Oh, and give me the over. Bengals to win, Bengals to cover, and the over.
Brucey Poo?
I'm going with Philly and the over as well. Give me a Devonta Smith anytime touchdown.
Wow. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers heading down to Duval County to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Green Bay, a 3.5-point favorite in this game. That's interesting to me. That's closer than I think it should be. Over under 49.5. Uncle Sam, give him some knowledge.
We'll take Green Bay in the over. Jaden Reed, anytime touchdown.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take Jacksonville to win this game. I am not nearly as sold on Green Bay as everybody else here. I don't know why. I can't get over it. I think Jacksonville is a team that really, really needs to get a win. I don't think Green Bay's been punched in the mouth yet. And for some reason, this just has the makings of that one game of the week that shouldn't be, that is. And I think that Jacksonville still has a blink of hope. And I think that they pull this one out. I'm going to take the over in this game. And I'm going to go with the Brian Robinson anytime touchdown. And I also love Tank Bigsby to have a nice little game here. There's no rushing stat line on him yet. But I like Tank Bigsby over 50, if you can get it, in alt line. And I like Josh Jacobs over his 62.5.
I'm with Uncle Sam. I just think Jacksonville's too much of a dumpster fire, and Green Bay's been playing so well. Give me the Packers to win. Give me the Packers to cover. I actually like the under in this one, which puts me at a passing prop that I like. Jordan Love's been on fire. I think that slows down a little bit this week on the road. Give me Jordan Love under 2.5 TD passes. I think he ends with 2. If they want to win, they're going to have to run the ball effectively. And then I love Brian Thomas Jr. anytime.
Bruce?
Going with Green Bay in the over, and I'm going Tucker Kraft anytime.
Wow. Really?
And Josh Jacobs.
Are you playing Tucker Kraft this week?
And Josh Jacobs.
Are you playing?
Oh, yeah, I haven't debated. Yeah.
Moving on. We've got a
Divisional game.
The Atlanta Falcons are heading to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Atlanta, a 2.5-point favorite in this one. Over under 45.5. That line's surprisingly close for me, too. Uncle Sam, divisional games are played different.
Taking Tampa in the over.
Why?
I'm taking Baker Mayfield rushing touchdown.
We gotta get a reason why you're taking Tampa here. Tampa's depleted, injured, no Mike Evans, no Chris
Baker's gonna
Godwin.
show you why he should be MVP.
Put the team on his
There you go.
back.
Put the team on his back.
As spicy as that is, and as much as I would love to see it happen, I don't think it's going to. Give me Atlanta to win. They need one after last week. That over-under, I'm going to hit the under. I can't imagine a ton of scoring in this game. I know Kirk Cousins lit them up last time they played him. I don't think that happens again, but I think he does enough to win this game. There's a touchdown prop that I love way down here at plus 340, and that's Sterling Shepard. Give me the Sterling Shepard anytime for the Buccaneers. And then as far as rushing props go, I'm taking Rashad White over the 37.5. And there's no Bucky Irving line yet, but I'm taking his over as well. Is he banged up?
Not that I know of.
No.
I'm shocked. He is questionable.
Interesting.
Bucky Irving questionable right now with a toe injury. Todd Bowles said he is likely to play. So whatever his comes out at, I like it. I think they're going to run the piss out of the ball. But I've got to go with Atlanta here.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be as many points as there was the first time. It was
No.
a great game the first time around. Too many injuries, and Atlanta on the road kind of scares me. I like Atlanta to win again. I'm going to go with the under. It's close, but I'm going to go with the under. Drake London anytime. Drake London's a ride or die right now. He's on absolute fire. And you know what? I got another anytime. No, I'm not going to do this anytime.
Go ahead.
No, it's not as fun. It's not as fun. Give me Cade Otton over.
Ooh, there it is.
Cade Otton over.
Whatever his receptions are.
Yeah, I was going to go yards, but it's not going to be yards. Give me Cade Otton over. Oh, it's 4.5. Give me Cade Otton over 4.5 receptions.
I co-sign that all day. Bruce?
Going with Atlanta, the over, and it's a difficult game.
Look at him thinking right now. He's turning pink. He's getting pink.
What's the over under on Cousins passing?
Passing yards,
Passing yards.
touchdowns.
Passing yards. I don't touch
Cousins
the touchdown.
passing yards. 246 and a half. He did throw 509 last time he played the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the over in that.
Moving on, we have yet another.
Divisional game.
The Baltimore Ravens are heading to Cleveland to play the Browns. Should we all say it together on 3? Baltimore's an 8.5-point favorite. Over under's 45.5. Uncle Sam, are you taking Baltimore?
Taking Baltimore to win. I'm taking Cleveland to cover.
It's a lot of points.
Nick Chubb, anytime touchdown.
Give me Baltimore to win, Baltimore to cover. I'm going to take the over in this game because I think Baltimore will. I think Baltimore is going to just absolutely fucking pulverize the Browns this week into submission. Give me
I don't think so.
Derrick Henry to score 2. I want Derrick Henry for 2. I want Lamar Jackson for 1. As far as touchdown props go, give me the Lamar Jackson rushing prop as well. Over 52.5. I think he does that. I think they run rough shot and just move right in.
Is there any
and out of
passing numbers for Winston?
A passing prop for
Winston?
Jameis Winston.
For Jameis
235.5 yards.
Take that. Take over that. Over 235.
Why?
Because he's 30-30. He's going to throw for over 235 yards, and he's going to have fucking three touchdowns and 3 picks.
Who's the beneficiary of those 235 yards?
It's going to be just a cavalcade of garbage.
Cedric Tillman
There
over
you go.
40.5
Cedric Tillman
receiving
got
yards.
Cedric Tillman will get 15 targets this week.
Jesus Christ. Zola.
What? He had 13 last week.
Oh my God, it's so ugly.
Give me Ravens to win, Ravens to cover. Give me the over. I think the Ravens have been running the score up on people. They don't stop until the end of the game. I like Lamar over 208.5 pass yards, and I like Nick Chubb over 46.5 rush yards.
Bruce.
I'm going Baltimore in the over as well. And I'm going to go with... I second that Derrick Henry, too.
Yeah, Derrick Henry for 2.
I wanted to do the rushing, too, as well, so I'll second that as well.
You're co-signing all the rushing?
I'm co-signing. Yeah.
Baltimore runs rough shot. I really like it. Uncle Sam. You know
What?
what we've got?
What?
What do we got?
Divisional game.
The Indianapolis Colts are going to Houston to play the Texans. Houston, a 4.5-point favorite. Over-unders 45.5.
Mixon playing?
I'm 99% sure he is. Yes, he is.
I have no confidence in Anthony Richardson, so I'm going to take Houston and the over. And I'm going to get real funky here.
Oh, wow. Let's hear it.
You're going to get the, I try to remember this kid's name. Who's that new receiver they got? What the fuck is his name?
Are we going Alec Pierce?
No. No.
No, you're
Josh
talking about the guy
Down
from
For the
Texas.
Texans.
You're talking about, for the Texans.
Correct.
Texans.
Hitchinson.
Xavier Hutchinson plus
There
550.
you go. There's your anytime touchdown right there.
Xavier Hutchinson, anytime touchdown. You know what? I'll go. Hold on. I'm taking Houston to win. I'm taking Houston to cover the 4.5. I'm going to take the over in this game. If we want to get real funky here. No, I can't get real funky. I'm going to couple a Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell touchdown in this game with the CJ Stroud over 236.5 yards. Houston needs a big win. They need an exclamation point win. I don't think Indianapolis is that good. I think they're worse than their record reflects. If Anthony Richardson plays a full game and you don't see Joe Flacco, isn't that bad when we all agree that if the starting quarterback plays, you're going to lose, but if the backup comes in, you might have a chance? I think Stroud has to have his go-off game, and I think he does it in division to pull ahead just a little bit. Give me Stroud over the 236.5 passing yards.
I like the Texans to win as well, especially at home. But you know what? I'm going to bite on something. I'm going to bite on that Colts 4.5.
Oh, no.
I think the Colts can cover it. I think it's a divisional game. These teams play close every time they play. I think the Colts are going to play them close. Give me the under in this one, believe it or not. I'm going to go with, for my props, I'm going to go with, did anyone say Anthony Richardson's rushing over?
No.
40.5 rushing yards for Anthony Richardson. I'm going to go over that. And Jonathan Taylor anytime.
He is playing this week. Bruce?
I'm going with Houston in the over with, you just keep stealing my picks over here. Tank Dell anytime.
Let Bruce go first next time.
Bruce, you can go first in the next one,
It's
Bruce.
quite all right. It's quite all right.
Tank Dell anytime. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints heading to SoFi Stadium to play the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are a 7-point favorite. Over-under is 41.5. We got some quarterback news here. I know earlier in the show we said Carr is going to play. He just got demoted to doubtful. So it does not look like Derek Carr is going to play. With that being said, the quarterback in New Orleans then becomes Spencer Rattler, would be the starter.
No, it's Hayner, no?
Rattler is still second on the depth chart.
What the fuck, dude? What is wrong with that?
So we might get another week of Spencer Rattler. Chargers are a 7-point favorite because of that. Over-under is 41.5. Uncle Sam?
If Hayner plays, I'm taking the Saints in the over.
Well, right now Rattler's playing.
If he doesn't, then I'm taking the Chargers in the under. Okay? Everybody get that?
Book it.
Hayner plays, taking the Saints in the over. If he doesn't play, and you get Spencer fucking dog shit, I'm taking the Chargers in the under.
What if he
Spencer
comes in
doo-doo.
halfway through the game?
Sorry?
What if Rattler starts and then halfway through?
I don't know how you could start him after his last performance. And if Hayner come in there and the offense was clicking with him, I don't know how you could even look back to Rattler. That's a really bad coaching decision, and Dennis Allen needs to be fired.
You heard it here first.
I can't even find any player props.
There are no player props for this game. I'm going to go the Chargers giving up the touchdown. I'm going to take the under in this game as well. There are no props out for this game. And if you are betting it, I would just avoid this game at all costs. But if you have to, wait for the J.K. Dobbins rushing thing to come out. I'm taking Dobbins over on his rushing yards. I'm taking Kamara over on his rushing yards because when inevitably Rattler starts, the only way this offense can be somewhat functional is through Alvin Kamara. God, I hope they get that figured out. But I like both of them to run, and I like both of them to score. So whenever a prop comes out, I would go running back heavy if you're going to bet this one. Zolo?
Yeah, I agree. You could probably even throw in like Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, I like him too. He's cute.
If you can get any times, you could probably do that. I understand. Like I want to justify the +7 for the Saints and be like you should smash that, but they're on the road, even if it is SoFi. And Harbaugh doesn't lose to teams that he should beat, right? So at a minimum, Chargers to win. That number is just so large. Like I could see it. Like I understand that the Saints are that bad.
They're that bad. They're that fucking bad.
I don't know. I'm not taking the spread. Just Chargers to win. So I don't love the Saints to cover. I don't love the Chargers to cover at 7. I need more information. Chargers to win. Give me the under in this one, and I'm with Sam. I'll do Kamani Vidal. You might be able to get away with Lab McConkey over in receptions in this one as
If it's
well.
like 4.5, I'll take
4.5 Lab
5,
McConkey
I'd
over
take
in receptions, I would say. But again, we can't see any props at the moment. On the Saints side, I don't even know. Pass.
Pass. I agree.
Pass.
Bruce?
I'm going with the Chargers, and I'm going to take the over because I think it's a nice little slobber knocker.
It's a slobber knocker.
And I wish we had are there kicking props?
Bruce, you can do whatever you want, son.
Okay, well, I'm going that group or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Groupie.
Group. To have, like, what is it, attempts? Like, how do you...
Yeah, you can do kicking attempts. Field goals made.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go with 4 field goals. Maybe.
Wow. 4 field goals. Next up, we've got 2 division leaders facing off in Seattle. The Bills are coming to town to play the Seahawks. Buffalo, a field goal favorite. Over-under is 46.5. Uncle Sam. I know what you're going to do. I know what
I'm
you're
going to take the over, and I'm taking Seattle.
Yep.
And I have a Tyler Lockett anytime touchdown.
So far, this is the hardest game to pick.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Buffalo's got to go cross-country
The Giants did it, though.
to play
The
Seattle.
the same place, and the Giants beat a better Seattle team.
And they did. And Buffalo's better. I'm going to take Buffalo. I'm going to take Buffalo, giving up the field goal. I'm going to go over in this game as well. And for me right now, Buffalo's pass catching core is just too strong. I'm going to go Amari Cooper over the 54.5, but I also am going to take the Keon Coleman over 31.5. And as far as a touchdown prop, I love the idea of Kenneth Walker getting into the end zone. I mean, he's going to have
He's
to.
going to have a huge game.
I think he does have a big game. So give me the Kenneth Walker anytime. Give me Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman over their receiving props, and give me Buffalo in the over. I think you got a lot of points in this game.
Have you and I picked against each other yet? I don't think we have.
Jackson. I was stupid and took Jacksonville.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Buffalo. They got some good juju going right now. I think the Bills have some good juju. I like the direction they're heading. As someone that's been low on the Bills for a year and a half, I love the direction Buffalo's heading right now. Give me Buffalo to win, Buffalo to cover. I'm going to bite on that over 46.5. I could see like a 30-20 deal going on. Give me Dalton Kincaid anytime. Dalton Kincaid anytime. It's going to open up everything for him, having Cooper effective in this offense. And on the Seattle end,
Jake Bobo touchdown.
Jake Bobo.
No, at some point, Jackson Smith and Jigba has to do something. So give me over on his receptions. His receiving prop has him at 5.5. No, I don't like that. I actually don't like that. 50.5 yards. So I'll do that. I'll do Jackson Smith and Jigba over 50.5 yards. I think you can get that in 3 or 4 catches. I don't love the 5.5. Because that, you can't tell me they're not going to pass the ball to Tyler Lockett at all, right?
Correct.
And Jake Bobo, same drill.
Jake Bobo. Bruce.
I'm going with Buffalo in the over with...
Jake Bobo.
I'm going to second that. I'm
Oh.
going to take that.
He's going Jake Bobo.
No, but for real, Kenneth Walker. Anytime I'll second that too.
All right, the game we've all been waiting for. The Chicago Bears are heading to Washington to play the Commanders. Everybody wanted picks 1 and 2 to square off. But it's looking more and more like that might not happen.
No, he practiced today.
Jaden Daniels questionable with a rib injury. The thing is, all right, do you follow Dr. David Chow?
No.
I keep up with him. I don't follow him, though.
I follow Dr. David Chow. Dr. David Chow has said that he does not think Jaden Daniels is going to play.
Well, if you heard it from Leslie Chow, then he's not playing.
So, with that being said, because I do trust in in Chow, we trust. I'm going to be under the assumption that you're getting Marcus Mariota as a quarterback for the Commanders in this game, hosting Chicago. You gentlemen may take it as you will. Uncle Sam,
Take it Chicago and the under.
are you under the assumption Marcus Mariota is starting as well?
Correct.
Okay. If we're wrong, if Dr. David Chow is wrong, does that change your opinion?
Well, I mean, it's real simple. If Daniel plays, they have a chance to beat them. If he doesn't, I don't think they'll beat him.
Well, what's your prop?
I just told you.
I missed it. Will you
If Daniels is not playing, I'm taking Chicago and the under.
well, your prop. Your prop.
My prop,
Your props.
my DeAndre Swift anytime fucking touchdown.
There it is.
Pow.
Not just an anytime touchdown, an anytime fucking touchdown. I love it. You want to know what's just crazy to me? Oh, it was the Panthers.
Do it.
Give me Washington. Give me Washington in the under.
Let's go.
Give me Washington in the under. And I can't for the life of me fathom why, but I just
You gonna go there?
I'm gonna go
Real
there.
simple. If you're gonna take Washington, who do you take?
I'm gonna take Washington.
Okay, who's your prop?
My props are DJ Moore over 59.5 yards.
Okay.
I like all of Chicago's pass catchers, but I like as far as rushing. There's not even any rushing props out for Washington right now because if Jaden Daniels plays, it drops everybody's numbers. If Jaden Daniels doesn't play, take the over on Brian Robinson and take the over on receiving on Austin Eckler. If his receptions are anywhere close to 5, I like him over on the reception. You can't even get.
You're not going to be able to get anything.
You
as
can't get
quarterback
anything for
quarterback.
Washington right now.
You're not going to get.
I like Washington regardless of who's playing quarterback. I can't explain it. Marcus Mariota had a sparkle in his eye last week that got my blood flowing, and I like it.
Yeah, won him a Heisman.
Hey, I'm sticking with it. I'm rolling with the Mariota train regardless. It'll be a great day for Jaden Daniels regardless to beat Caleb Williams from the bench. Give me Washington.
Yeah, I'm with Uncle Sam here. I do think the Commanders win this and soundly win this if Jaden Daniels plays.
I agree.
And honestly, I think he's going to play. But
Dr. David Chow,
I
man.
think he's playing
Leslie
as well.
Chow said he's not
Leslie
playing.
Chow.
he practiced today though.
Chow crossing.
And ribs are like there's a linear recovery from ribs. Like they get better every day. It's just a matter of how much better.
You got 2 more days.
I'm not going to do it because we don't know for certain. So you know my thoughts. We could circle back on this right now. Jaden Daniels plays. I'm picking the Commanders. He's not playing as of now. Give me the Bears. Defense is very good. For props, I like DeAndre. Oh, Bears to win, Bears to cover. I'm going to go with the under in this one. Give me DeAndre Swift anytime as my prop. And then give me DJ Moore over 59.5 yards.
Bruce?
It don't matter. I'm taking Washington as well.
Wow, look at me and Bruce.
And the
Me and Bruce
under.
are riding a wave today.
And I will take both running backs for an anytime, Robinson and Swift.
That, something else? I think regardless of who's playing quarterback for Washington, I like McLaurin to catch one too. Give me Scary Terry.
Scarence Terrence.
Terrence. I think he catches one too. My boy's hot. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers heading to the Mile High City to play the Denver Broncos. Denver is a 10.5 point favorite. Over-under's 40. Why are you looking at me like that? Denver is a 10.5 point favorite. 10.5. That's a ton of points. Bryce Young.
Marcus Mariota put fucking 30 on them last week.
Bryce Young starting for the Panthers.
Love it.
Who?
Bryce Young.
Taking Denver. Denver to win. And I'm gonna take the over because I think Denver will put up enough points by themselves. And then I don't even know any of the props.
Well, what do you want to know? I'll give you anything you want to know.
Give me some Denver props. Give me the Javonte Williams anytime.
God dang it.
All right. Give
You
me
could you could still say that. It's okay.
I know.
And if you want to
we
pick
could
a
say
game
the same
first,
thing. Me and him just said the same thing. Hello.
Okay. Give me Carolina to cover and win this game. I'm going to take the under as well. Bryce Young. Bryce Young had the red rifle set an example for him. And I think that somehow, some way, they have to get 2 wins. I think it comes this week against Denver. You might call me crazy,
Might.
but I'm good with that.
I'm going.
I'm good. I'm good with looking crazy. You guys got to remember, Denver kind of put a goose egg up against the Chargers a couple weeks ago, so I don't mind it. I'm gonna roll with Carolina. I think that they somehow get a win here. I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think it's going to be tight all the way down. Bryce Young has a lot to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Give me the Denver defense as my anytime touchdown scorer this week. Give me Bryce Young over 160.5 yards. That number is so low because they want Bryce Young to fail. I don't think he does.
I'd feel a lot better about Carolina if his pass catchers were like Thielen's out, Deontay Johnson is out.
He's close to coming back.
I thought he was ruled out for this game.
He is
though.
for this one.
Xavier Legette's going to eat.
Next time Deontay Johnson plays, he's going to be playing for another team. Xavier Legette's going to. Did you say that Xavier Legette prop?
I did not.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think Xavier Legette's going to go over in targets, not receptions. We're going to go targets for Xavier Legette. So give me. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. You kidding me? Where is it? Where is it? In the meantime, yeah, Broncos to win, Panthers to cover. Give me the under in this game, and then Xavier Legette. They're not even posting it.
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing for Broncos or for Panthers pass catchers.
Nothing.
If you can get Xavier Legette over on his targets, which it might be like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Like if you can get him in the 8s, that'd be outstanding. So over 7.5 targets. And then on the back end, I do like Bo Nix to go over. You ready for this one? His rushing yards. I'm looking for it. Hold on one second.
I don't think it's out.
It's not? He's not in there.
I don't think anything's on there for rushing.
All right.
Dumpster fire.
See ya.
Dumpster fire. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's gone. Oh, Bo Nix, 31.5.
Yeah, take it. Boom.
Chode.
I'm going with Denver and the under. Is Surtain playing?
No,
That's a good question. Is he out?
I believe he's out.
It's not like it matters. Their secondary and their
Well,
defense
my
are still
prop
very
is
good without
an
him.
Interception from him, but I will second the.
Surtain is playing.
He is playing.
Yep.
So I'm taking an interception from him and a Javonte anytime.
Uncle Sam. Next up, we have
Divisional game.
the Kansas City Chiefs are heading to Sin City to play the Raiders. Or what's left of them. Uncle Sam?
Taking Kansas City in the under. DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown.
Wow, there it is.
There she blows. Yeah, unfortunately, Kansas City picks up another win in a big fashion. Give me Kansas City to cover and win. I'm going to take the over in this game because I think Kansas City pretty much gets there themselves. I like Kareem Hunt to get 2 in this game. I also like Alexander Mattinson to be the only touchdown that the Raiders get. I'm going to go with some receiving props here. Give me Noah Gray over the 22.5. I love the Noah Gray bets as of late. they're just working. Noah Gray over the 22.5, I think is a very, very safe bet. Zola?
Yeah, Raiders to lose.
Fuck. The Raiders.
Chiefs to cover. Give me the over in this one. I think this is one where the Chiefs put the pedal to the metal and make up for a lot of the points that they haven't had over the last couple of weeks, just to remind people that they are the Chiefs still. There's going to be a lot of their fans there in that building, too. There always is. So it's going to feel like a home game. Chiefs to win, Chiefs to cover. Again, it's not on here. Brock Bowers, if you can get him over 5.5 receptions, he's not only breaking all of Sam Laporta's absurd. Of course, Sam Laporta had him in touchdowns, but he's not only shattering Sam Laporta's rookie tight end records from last year, he's now panning out to be one of the greatest rookie pass catchers of all time. Pass catchers, like receivers of all time, Brock Bowers. So if you can get him, I'm sure he's off the board right now because they don't know who the hell is going to play quarterback. But if you can manage to find Brock Bowers anywhere at over 5.5, 6.5, I'd go as far as 7.5 receptions. Go ahead and take that. And I'm going to go with Travis Kelce over 4.5 receptions. Oh, it's at 5.5? I don't know if I like that. Yeah, whatever. Kelce over 5.5.
I'm going to go with Casey, the over. And let's go with back-to-back Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdowns.
Ew.
He didn't have one last week, did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, actually, hold on. What was the stat that I saw about Pat Mahomes? I'm pretty sure this is right. Pat Mahomes is yet to have a passing touchdown in the month of October. He does not have a passing touchdown in the month of October.
This year, yeah. No, he's not great right now. But what better team to be great against and to get back on track against
Raiders.
than the Raiders?
Sunday Night Football live from San Francisco. The Cowboys are coming to town to play the 49ers. The 49ers are injured. All of them.
All of them.
So we've obviously Brandon Ayuk done for the year. Christian McCaffrey still on hiatus. Juwan Jennings ruled out with a hip injury. Kittle questionable with a foot. Debo, they have him listed with a wrist injury now, on top of having pneumonia. It's just not good. Micah Parsons already been ruled out for this game as well. San Francisco still a 3.5-point favorite. Over under 47.5. Uncle Sam.
I'm going to take Frisco in the over. I'm taking Deebo Samuel anytime touchdown.
Well.
With pneumonia.
Well. With fluid in the lungs.
The flu game.
With pneumonia.
Give me Dallas in this game. Dallas covers and wins. I'm going to take the under. This was one of those when you saw the schedule at the beginning of the year, you're like, oh, it's a premier matchup, and it's just not anymore. I don't know.
It's still a premium matchup in my opinion. One of these teams is going to get into the playoffs.
Premium dog shit.
Yeah, but my God, they're going to limp and drool their way into the playoffs.
Everybody's off the Purdy bandwagon, I assume.
No, not at all. They're just all banged up.
No, because one of my passing props, I'll take Purdy over the 239. I think it's going to be very close, but I think he gets there. I like.
He hasn't been good either.
No, I'm aware.
Pass catchers are dead.
Everybody.
I mean, there's a lot of teams dealing with that, but he's been off. He's been off the last 2 weeks.
Give me the San Francisco defense as an anytime touchdown score. That's the second time I did that this week.
Can I ask you guys a question? You know I'm going to ask.
Go ahead.
Everyone has to answer, too.
Does Mike McCarthy lose his job on?
No. Close, though.
Okay.
Who needs it more?
Dallas.
It's actually a lot harder than.
It's not. It's
It
not
is.
harder.
Dallas needs this, dude. Listen,
Not
they,
harder.
they lose this game,
Hey, San
and I
Francisco
think
ain't been pretty
McCarthy's
all
out
year
Monday
either.
morning.
Listen, this is the
Even with healthy players, they haven't been pretty.
this is the it's a simple reason. Okay, if Dallas loses this game, they're 3-4, right? If Philly and Washington both pick up wins, Philly's 5-2, Washington 6-2, 3-4 ain't cutting it. At the end of the day, Frisco's division is still easier to win. I mean, you're talking the NFC East is probably outside of the NFC North stacking up to going to be the toughest division because of Washington's resurgence. And Philadelphia, there's a lot on the line for them this week too. I think Dallas is a must-win game for Dallas. It's one of the reasons why I'm taking them. This is one of those that will finish off the little bit of wind that Dallas has if they lose this game. I think Frisco can still afford to bomb one. But it's getting close for them too.
If Dallas loses this and looks bad, you still think McCarthy's there after Monday?
Yeah, because it would have happened already.
It would have happened after the
It
Lions.
would have happened.
It can't be as bad as the Lions loss.
Maybe they're thinking coming out of the bye week, they're ready to go
But that's when you bring in a new coach.
against a team that's fucking limping.
My guess is his leash goes to Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I think his leash goes to
I don't know.
because it would have happened. I think
You know what?
first things first. I agree with you that he should have been fired
He should have been fired
a month
2 years.
a month ago, 2 years
Should have
ago
been
for
fired
sure.
2 years.
2 years ago for sure. But like this was the way Jerry Jones played this entire offseason.
this whole thing.
This
Fucking
entire
debacle.
offseason. Agree with paying Dak, waiting until an hour before week 1, bad. Stupid. You got bullied in every aspect of that contract. And same with CD, which created turmoil in training camp. And bringing your coach back, but not bringing him back under contract. Absolute disaster. And just the way he's played everything, the Derrick Henry thing, not signing any free agents, a really lackluster draft class. The way this is all played out, like, he's going to continue to play it poorly. And I saw they were arguing this on ESPN this morning. Like, at some point, he's going to have to relinquish control of personnel and decision-making if he wants this thing to succeed. While he has this window with CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons and what's left of Dak. And Bruce, you're on the right track. I think Seattle needs a win in the sense that, like, their division's a little more up for grabs, in my opinion, but there's 4 teams vying for the spot. But Dallas is still technically in it. And with Jaden Daniels injured, like that there's a lease on life for the Eagles and for anyone else, which is Dallas in this case. I'm going to still say the Niners win. This game isn't as bad as it was last year, week 4, when when Dallas went in there and got absolutely pummeled and then went on the run for the second half of the season. I think this is a very close game, close enough for Dallas to cover the 3.5. Everyone is low on Dak this week. I am not. I like Dak over 2 pass TDs. I think that's a really spotty defense there. And Mahomes isn't like, it's still like, I think Dak isn't playing as poorly as people think he is. He's coming off of 1 bad week. Wait, hold on. Where'd my props go? Hold on. I'm sorry. But I like Dak over in his yards. I like Dak over 2 TDs. I think that's how they got to get it done. I think he's going to pick apart that defense. So his yards is 250.5. I like it. And then his player passing TDs is 1.5. I like Dak to score 2 TDs in the air. I genuinely do. In which case, give me CeeDee Lamb anytime as well. And on the back end, I think Ricky Pearsall, they're going to break him in. He's not, I don't know why he's not on here. They're probably trying to see who everyone plays. If you can get Ricky Pearsall over 3.5 receptions, I like that.
Bruce.
Going with Dallas and the under.
Am I the only one that picked San Francisco?
No, he picked San Francisco.
I picked Dallas.
I took San Francisco.
Who did you take under?
I like the over in this one.
Over.
San Francisco to win, Dallas to cover, and I like the over. And I do think Dallas writes a lot of this. I don't know if they're going to end up getting in, but they're not going to get destroyed in back-to-back games. They're also not going to get destroyed in San Francisco in back-to-back years. It's a trend that I see ending, so I can totally see Dallas winning this game. I'm just taking San Francisco at home. I don't think San Francisco can afford to lose this.
Moving on to Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh. The Giants are heading to the Steel City to play the Steelers.
The Marable. Did you watch Entourage? You watched Entourage, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Remember season 6, when first starts working for Murray Berenson,
Yeah.
and he gets a cute little assistant with the red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Kate Mara in real life.
Ah,
Can't remember her name in the show. But she's in a lot. Kate Mara's in a lot. And then her sister, Rooney Mara, is also in a lot. I think she may have even won an Oscar. She's in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Rooney Mara.
Rooney Mara. There's a
Named
reason.
after Art Rooney.
There's a reason for that. So their uncle, I don't think it's not John Mara's daughters. Anyways, their uncle or their grandfather was Wellington Mara, who founded the Giants, and their father married a member of the Rooney Mara, the Rooney family, who obviously owned the Steelers. So they're descendants of both teams, and this is the Rooney Mara game.
Wow.
So Rooney Mara is named after her grandparents on both sides, essentially. Yeah. Their mother's descendant of Steelers, their father's descendant of Giants.
You learn something new every day here.
Yeah.
At the Tip Balls
So this is
podcast,
too,
don't
like,
ya?
you can make the case that this is, the NFC Championship trophy is named after Wellington Mara. And then the AFC one was almost named after, there's a Rooney Rule. It's named after Lamar Hunt, so the Chiefs. But, like, this is two blue blood programs, is the Steelers and the Giants, which I think is kind of fun.
An original 6
Yeah.
matchup.
All that being said, I'm going with the Steelers. Steelers to win, Steelers to cover. I like the under in this one. Give me George Pickens anytime. Give me Najee Harris anytime as well. And give me Tyrone Tracy anytime. Parlay the 3 of those together. You're welcome.
Uncle Sam?
Taking the Steelers and the over
The over.
and a Russell Wilson rushing touchdown.
Wow.
Someone better be calling to fire you right now.
No, our Wi-Fi on TikTok went down. It's back now.
Oh, good. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one as well. I'm going to take the under also. My anytime touchdown scorer, it's Najee Harris. Give me Malik Neighbors over on his receptions prop. That's yards, excuse me. Let me see. Receptions. Total receptions over 6.5. I'll take the over 6.5. But I think Pittsburgh rolls. Bruce?
I'm going with Pittsburgh and the over.
You sound excited.
Because I really wanted to take the Giants, but I can't do it. I
Can't do it with a good conscience.
Yeah. But I will do a Wandale Robinson anytime.
Wow.
touchdown.
Wow. And finally, the Tennessee Titans are coming to Ford Field to play our Detroit Lions this week. We got Mason Rudolph.
We got him.
We got him.
Is there passing numbers on Mason Rudolph?
Hold on. The Detroit Lions are an 11.5-point favorite.
That's a lot of
Well, he's going to come up with any way possible to say Mason Rudolph's going to eat this Detroit Lions D.
The over-under is 44.5, Uncle Sam. Mason Rudolph.
194 and a half.
What is that?
194 and a half is his passing prop.
Taking the Lions to win. And I like the Mason Rudolph over on yardage. What is it again?
194 and a half.
Yeah, I like him over on yardage.
Which receiver will be the beneficiary of this? Will it be
Yes.
Chigozium Okunolo?
Are you going over or under on the game?
Over.
Quanco.
Yeah.
Over. The Lion. What's the over under again? 40 what?
Okinawa. Over under is 44.5.
Yeah, Lions put that up by themselves. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I'm taking Mason Rudolph to go over the 190 yards. It's a no-brainer.
194 yards. 194 and a
Oh,
half.
over 194. Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'll go even one better. over 220. How about that? Over 220.
Move the line.
Moving the
With
line.
Move the line.
no
boys.
fucking receivers. Over 220.
Give me the Lions to win, Lions to cover. I'm going to take the over in this as well. Touchdown score, death taxes, David Montgomery. He doesn't get hurt this week. He gets back on track.
If they let him play after he fumbled.
They'll let him.
I also like Sam Laporta to score in this game. I like Goff over the 233.5, and I like Tim Patrick over 31.5, and I also like Khalif Raymond over 24.5. Lions eat.
Yeah, I'm happy you said Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick anytime. I think that all the talk about Tim Patrick for 2 months, that the Lions are deliberate and cognizant of things. They are deliberately going to give Tim Patrick the ball, and I think he's going to catch a touchdown pass. I think Goff is going to strategically look for Tim Patrick to catch a ball in the end zone. I would parlay both Gibbs and Montgomery anytime. Parlay them. They're both going to score. I mean, it goes without saying. Both of them anytime. Tim Patrick anytime as well, like I said. That's a lot of points, but the Lions have put up a lot more against a lot worse teams. So give me the over. Give me the Lions to win. Give me the Lions to cover. I don't know. It's not going to be as cake as people think. Tennessee's defense plays teams somewhat tough, but they're banged up, number one. They're trading guys away, number two. That's going to make it interesting, but this shouldn't be difficult. This one shouldn't be difficult.
This should not be difficult. Bruce.
Detroit and the over, obviously. Anybody's going to score. I mean, shit, you can go with anything.
All of them.
But if I had to pick one that I know for a fact is going to happen, I'm going with the Tim Patrick anytime.
Just a touch of controversy going into this game. So the Lions will wear in the blue pants. The Titans will also be wearing blue pants. There's going to be 2 sets of blue pants.
I'm going in the tunnel before the game.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll try and get some tipped content.
Are you? Allen Robinson's playing in this one as well, too.
Excited. I think that's also deliberate, and I think that's you're gonna see
The ghost of Allen Robinson.
you're gonna see a deep ball to Allen Robinson at some point.
1 target, 49 yards, touchdown.
And then a Kirby Joseph to the knee.
Those are the picks. Another week. Not really much else to add. Looking for a little bit of news. Mike McDaniel issued a statement today saying that 0 medical experts recommended that Tua retire from football. Also, when asked if he was going to wear the Guardian cap, he said no. Your thoughts on that, Uncle Sam?
I don't think he should.
Why?
Because that's not his issue. His issue isn't the Guardian cap. His issue is what a lot of these guys are. They don't wear mouthpieces anymore. And I think that's a huge issue. I think it's been a epidemic for the NFL for about 15 years, 20 years. They stopped wearing mouthpieces back in probably the 90s. And that's an issue for guys that continue to have concussions.
Now it's an accessory, the mouthpiece. It's there. They all have the mouthpiece. None of them.
They don't wear them.
None of them wear.
They don't wear them.
My brother brought this up 2 weeks
Ryan
ago.
Branch wears his in his fucking helmet.
Yeah, they never.
Yeah, it's,
They never wear them, and that's a
well,
huge
this is why these guys get their fucking brains scrambled.
It's a huge part of concussions. Is that you don't wear a mouthpiece to protect your teeth. You wear a mouthpiece to prevent against a concussion.
Why do you think boxers wear mouthpieces?
For concussion?
Why?
Did
It
anybody
Why?
absorbs the shock of the
Because it
blow.
absorbs the shock of the blow.
happen to scroll through the Manning cast? I think it was Monday night.
No.
Was it Ed Reed?
Ed Reed. I was
Talking about the
watching
Guardian
it
cap?
live, where he started talking shit about the Guardian caps and actually making valid points. And Eli and Peyton kicked him off the show. Mid-show.
Did they
I
kick
don't
him
know.
off the
I don't know
show?
if it.
The game was over.
It probably
was
wasn't them
about-
kicking him off. It was
He was still
the
talking.
producers kicking
He
him
was
off.
still talking, and you saw Eli and Peyton just sitting there quiet. And then all of a sudden they were like, "All right, Ed, good seeing you. Love having you on, man." And he's just
He'll never be back.
he just got disconnected.
That was one and done. L'Jarius Sneed out for the Titans.
No.
So, listen to me. Ed Reed's forgotten more about football than most people know.
Are you calling Ed Reed a fraud right now?
Carl G, are you
Ed
listening to
Reed
this?
has forgot more about football than most people know.
Oh, excuse me. There we go. That makes more sense now. Anyways, and
Greatest fucking safety ever to play the game.
wait a second. You said there was one that was better. when we
Ronnie
did an
Lott.
official Ronnie Lott. There it is.
Ronnie Lott made the Hall of Fame as a safety and a corner.
God bless Ronnie.
There's not
Lott.
many guys that did that.
God
I
bless.
think maybe Charles Woodson. I don't think so. I'm not sure on that. But Ed Reed's the best safety I ever seen play. Period.
What about
Just because he covered more ground than anybody. He made fucking quarterback. Nobody baited quarterbacks like him.
Uncle Sam? Do you have anything to add before we end today?
Stop talking about Guardian caps. Guardian caps are stupid and useless.
Bruce, do you have anything to add before we end today?
I have a God bless. It's random.
Let's hear God bless.
God bless Joe Mixon.
Wow,
I don't know why.
that's an interesting one.
Sounds desperate.
Zolo, anything to add?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the rightful owner of the seat that I'm sitting in right now, Gary No Football, on his pending nuptials coming up tomorrow.
Stole it right out from under me.
Sorry,
No, it's all good.
sorry, I can't make
You
it, Gary.
did,
It's
so I didn't have to.
my grandma's 100th birthday, one of 2 celebrations that we're having. This is timed for a certain reason. Couldn't really get out of it. So good luck to Gary. Congratulations to Gary and Reenie.
Renee Lugertz.
We're all happy for you.
Godspeed. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Tip Balls Podcast. Make sure to follow our socials, Instagram and Twitter at Tip Balls, TikTok at Tip Balls Podcast. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure to check us out on YouTube. Remember to click subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified when we go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, sometime around 5. You can also watch us live on TikTok where we'll chat with you. You can ask us all your fantasy questions about the picks, who you should take, who you should sit, all of the above. Thank you so much for listening. Join us Monday. See how wrong we were.